Welcome back to another episode of Grown Man Unboxes Toys on the Internet. So in front of us today we've got something very different, something I've never unboxed or reviewed before on the channel. This is the Adawlert Force FX lightsaber. This lightsaber is RGB color changing, it's aluminium alloy hilt. The blade is a high impact PC 7/8 inch OD and 1.7mm pipe wall thickness. So for if you're somebody that likes to duel, I probably won't be dueling with this. This will just be for display purposes. It also has 6 sound fonts with low, high and silent volume settings. I got this bad boy off Amazon for £109. I'll leave a link in the description below if you want to check one out for yourself. So without any further ado, let's crack into the box, take a look at all the features, take a look at the saber itself. Let's crack it open. So as you can see, we've got a super long box here, so big in fact I'm having to get in frame to open it. This is definitely the biggest box we've ever opened here on the channel. All right, so not too sure how this is going to look on the inside, but we've got some brown paper here. Great, just what I wanted. And inside of that we have a brown tube. Kind of looks a bit like a poster tube, but it's been sellotaped on both sides from the looks of it. Not too sure how I'm going to get that much sellotape off, but I'll definitely try my hardest. All right, so I managed to get into it through this little top valve here, and it seems like I've actually opened it up saber end first. Don't know, it's the actual blade lightsaber part, so I'm gonna take this out as carefully as I can now. Or not at all. Okay, so here we go. Here we've got the saber half and quite possibly the hilt down here. The end kind of looks like a fluorescent light tube. Here is our charging cable to charge it up. And it sounds like there's something else inside of the brown tube. Okay, so not entirely sure what this is. Seems like some sort of tape. PK Sports. Again, it's kind of like a spongy tape. Maybe it's to wrap around the hilt. Not too sure there. All right, so this is just one long piece of foam all the way through here. Again, it's so big I can't even fully fit it on camera. As you can see the top of the saber, and down here is clearly where the hilt is. So I'm just gonna have to try and slide this out through the bottom. God, that's a struggle. And there we go. There we have our first look at the lightsaber hilt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna detach the actual lightsaber part here so we can get a close-up detailed look of the hilt. All right, so this thing hasn't come charged, so I'm gonna have to take a quick break from recording to charge it. So I thought we might as well quickly look at what we get inside of this bag. So we've got our charger. It seems to be, no, it's not a USB charger. So we have our charger here. It's kind of a unique looking charger. Not a USB as I thought it would be. I think here we have the instructions. I imagine this is how to charge it and how to change colors and stuff. Yeah, it's got the charger, shows you how to charge at the bottom there. And I think how to take it apart. And then at the bottom of here, we've got what seems to be a couple of spare screws and an Allen key. So yeah, I'm going to attempt to take the hilt off so I can charge the hilt, and then I'll get back to you. So it seems like the actual saber part seems to be held in by these bolts at each side. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to unscrew them and see if that will release the saber. Alright, so after loosening the bolts on both sides, I'm now able to just pull it out like that. As you can see from the bottom, there are a couple of holes, very faintly. You can just see where the screws kind of push into it. So we'll set this down. And now I can begin to charge and take a closer look at the hilt. Alright, so the charging hole is actually right here, just on the front. It kind of disguises itself as a bit of detail. Just goes into there. And then the other end is a USB. So you can just attach this to like a phone plug or something like that and it will charge. It says on the instruction sheets that this thing takes from 3 to 4 hours to charge. So I guess I'll see you in 3 to 4 hours. I'll just go check out some quality content while I wait. Wink, wink. So yeah, see you when this thing's done charging. Alright, so here is a closer look at the aluminium alloy hilt. As you can see, we've got this very sleek black design. Down at the bottom end here is your gripping area of the saber hilt. In the middle here we have the charging port and the on and off button with 2 screws. But the same 2 screws on the back, and it does follow the same design all the way down. Again, very simplistic but sleek design, as you can see. Here is where the RGB lights come from. So here is a closer look at the blade part of the lightsaber. As you can see, it's just plain white except for the top here where there is a bit of translucent plastic. Alrighty, so I've had this bad boy on charge now for 3.5 hours and it is showing signs of life. So I'm just going to show you really quickly, just in case you're considering getting one of these, how to attach your saber blade. So there's 2 little punch holes, one here and one here. You just want to slot them into the saber like so and just line them up. So once you've lined up your hole with the punch mark, you take your Allen key that they've provided along with the screw and you just get it into the side like so, and you can just twist it in. And then from there you can simply tighten it up like so. Not too tight because you don't want to end up making a hole in the actual saber parts. Just that should be good. Alright, so now time to do the other side. Let's get the second side tightened up and we'll be ready to go. Alright, cool. And so now, as you can see, the blade won't go anywhere. Alright, so let's take a quick look at the saber hilt in hand. As you can see, it's not super tall. It is double-handed though, so you can hold it with one hand or 2, depending on your fight style. Quite a sleek design, not too much going on for detail. The top has this nice curvature with one side being a little bit bigger. So we're going to flip the camera around now and I'm going to give you a quick demonstration and tutorial on how this works, how to turn it on, how to change colours and whatnot, and then I'll give my overview and final thoughts. Alright, so now that we have our saber all charged and the blade attached, I'm going to run through the options on it really quickly just to give you a quick overview of what you can do. So as you can see right now, the saber is on. When this light is on, the saber is on, it's just not active. To turn it into a deep sleep mode, you hold this button down for 20 seconds. So to simply turn on your saber, it's one press of this button. There you go, turns on, nice and easy. To turn it off, it's 4 seconds. And it goes down and you can actually see the light flashing to indicate how many seconds it's been. It will pulse. So if I just show you really close, maybe it'll come up. As you can see, the light actually flickers on the power button to let you know that it's been 1, 2, 3, 4 seconds. So if we turn it back on, so the 4 main features of the Saber is color change, blaster, lock loop, and flash on clash. So I'll show you the first one because it's nice and easy. It's flash on clash. So anytime it hits something, it's got to be fairly hard, as you can see. If you just tap, it's not going to do much, but if you just give it a good whacking, it doesn't hurt too much, it'll flash up. There's the example. That's pretty straightforward, pretty self-explanatory. Next up is the different modes. So if you press the button once whilst the Saber is on, you'll get a blaster noise, so as if the lightsaber is blocking a blaster. 1 click, no hold, blaster sound. That's a nice and easy one. So if you press and hold it for 2 seconds, you will enter color change mode. 1, 2, and then all you simply need to do then is press the button down and you'll enter color change mode. So here we have like a Jedi blue, a light blue, a light green, a more neon green, a light pink, a yellow, I can't really tell, this is like a mix of the first green and the second green, an orange, a violet kind of purple pink, a baby blue, a white, and my personal favorite, the red. So as you can see, there's a really nice brightness to the Saber with the, obviously the bottom half is a lot lighter than the top half because the bottom is where the light source is coming from, but I think all the way up it does look really nice, especially in a darkened room. Alright, so the next thing I'm going to be showing you is how to do a lock loop. Again, you want to hold down the power button and then release, and then anytime you press the power button, instead of getting the blaster noise, you will get a lock loop, so as if 2 sabers are clashing and they are locked in a battle of strength. Show you now, and I'm just going to give a quick strobe warning here as this does flash, so if you are epileptic or light sensitive you might want to skip. I'm going to put the time in which you should skip to now to save your eyes from that, but I'm going to show you how to do it now. So you hold this down for 2 seconds and press in. As you can see, this is super stroby, it's like a white strobe, and it will play this noise, which is lovely, sounds like an old TV. And then to simply get out of that mode, you just press it once and it will be back to blaster mode. And that is all of the features. That's everything this Saber does from top to bottom. I'm just going to turn it off now. Now, when I said it's everything it does, it is, but there is actually one secret feature that wasn't actually listed on the item on Amazon or even in the instruction manual, and that's a soundboard mode. So to get the hidden feature, you simply hold down the power button for 2 seconds whilst the Saber's off and you'll get a line from a Star Wars film. So 2 seconds.
You have something I want.
Gideon Moff from The Mandalorian. Got the Emperor's laugh.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
Kylo Ren.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
Luke Skywalker.
That lightsaber was Luke's.
And for some odd reason, Maz from the much beloved new trilogy. And I think that's it.
You have something I want.
And that's all of the secret soundboard options. Again, it wasn't something that was listed on the item. I couldn't find it anywhere, so it is just kind of a hidden item, I guess you could say, kind of a hidden feature. So the final thing I'm going to show you before we end today's review is how to change the sound options. There's 3 different options. There's high, low, and mute. You hold down the power button whilst the Saber's turned off. 1, 2 seconds. That's the Emperor's laugh, that's not turning it down. Okay, 2 seconds. 1, 2.
I've been waiting for this day for a long time.
What? 1, 2.
I am a Jedi, like my father before me.
2 seconds.
High volume.
High volume. Mute.
Low volume.
And low volume. I'll just give you a quick idea of what low volume looks like. So I don't know if you can tell much of a difference there. It is quite swing sensitive. Just power it down. I don't think I need to show you mute, it essentially just becomes a giant glow stick. And yeah, that is my overview of the Force FX lightsaber. I do think this thing is definitely worth its price point at £110. And again, I'll be leaving the link to this saber in the description below over on Amazon if you're interested in getting one for yourself. I definitely think it's a good beginner's lightsaber if you're into dueling, or if you just want to simply start collecting lightsabers. I don't think you can go wrong for £109. These things do get quite expensive, quite pricey. So yeah, this is definitely a good jumping in point if it's something you want to add to your collection. And yeah, overall, I'm super impressed. Again, there's a bunch of options on Amazon. You can get the hilt in silver, there's like a gunmetal grey, there's a gold, there's all different types of designs for the hilt. Again, I just wanted something more sleek and subtle. And yeah, I absolutely love it. I dig it. I think it is a great investment. I think it's really well put together and it feels really sturdy. It definitely feels like it's worth the price and I'm happy with it overall. So yeah, that's going to be all from me in today's video. I appreciate you watching and I will catch you in the next one.